like to state that no brainees or insects were harmed in the making of this program, and that none of the training you're about to see be attempted unless under expert supervision.
8 brainees, 1 challenge. To use complex mass of 100 billion cells we call brain for chance to win Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. This is Brain-Jitsu. Born in Lancashire, trained in Japan, with mind as sharp as samurai sword. He is Brain Master. He is the sensei.
Konnichiwa, and welcome to Brain-Jitsu. Mental training specially designed to boost brain power and focus. My trainees, or brainees, have been following a basic programme of training in the comfort of their own home. A brain-boosting routine of exercise, sleep, and enough fruit and veg to stock a greengrocer's.
I'm secretly quite confident because the training was quite easy, so I think I'm going to win.
I'm really good at netball, so I think it'll help me with the tasks that I do.
Now my brainees must put their training into practice by testing a part of their brain we use every day.
Level 1. Level vault.
Take a look at this tin of Brain-Jitsu beans. Now, try to find it amongst all the other tins. Spotted it? Congratulations! You've just used your occipital lobes. This area, the seeing part of our brain, allows us to recognise and separate images from each other. The 7 brainees who use their occipital lobes the best will be allowed to enter my Brain-Jitsu dojo, where their training will continue. The one who fails will be left outside. Oh, feel the burn.
Enter the dojo!
Brainees must answer 4 questions by counting the different coloured shapes on the board in front of them. Get them right and they'll be left with a 4-digit code, which they must then use to unlock a piece of brain and secure their place in the dojo. But with only 7 pieces of brain and 8 brainees, one of either Cameron, Anisha, Lawrence, Perminda, Robert, Bethany, James or Emma will be left outside and eliminated. As the 4 questions are revealed, our brainees are more nervous than a sumo at his weekly diet club weigh-in. How many small black circles are there? How many blue squares are there? How many squares are there? How many green shapes are there? The answer our brainees are looking for is 2145. Cameron's first up, but has he got the right code? A few more brainees follow suit, but Brainy Bethany has already got the right code and claimed her place in the dojo. Don't forget the code our brainees are looking for is 2145, as there are 2 small black circles, 1 blue square, 4 squares and 5 green shapes. James takes 2nd place, with Lawrence coming 3rd, and Cameron claims that 4th place in the dojo. As Robert gets the code and that 5th piece of brain, Emma is looking distracted. The key to this task is to stay calm and really focus on getting the answers right. Don't rush and don't be put off by the others around you. Anisha runs to the yellow piece of brain just as Perminda cracks the code and gets the blue, leaving just Emma and Anisha to battle it out for the last place in the dojo. Emma and Anisha both at opposite ends of the noodle bar. They must stay calm and focus only on working out the answer. Emma looks like she's been inspired, and it's truly a eureka moment because she's got the code right. So Emma's in and Anisha is out. As 7 enter the dojo for a chance to survive 6 more gruelling levels of brain training, for Anisha, the dream of the black brain belt has ended before it even started.
I feel upset and a bit disappointed, but overall it was a fun task to do. I think the person who might have a chance in winning is either Lawrence or Bethany.
So, with 6 levels to go, only Bethany, James, Lawrence, Cameron, Robert, Perminda and Emma have entered the dojo and achieved the first of their coloured brain belts.
I'm really glad about being first. My strength is concentration tasks because I can stay concentrated quite well.
Maths is one of my stronger points at school, so hopefully there's more of them to come.
When it was just us two battling, I started to get really nervous.
Brain-Jitsu.
In this next level of training, things are going to get really hard.
Level 2. Orange belt.
We do things every day without even thinking, like eating with a knife and fork. Now, try swapping them over, and see how you get on. I prefer chopsticks, me. If you manage to do that, you're using part of your brain that deals with problem solving, the frontal lobes. And that's what level 2 is all about. Taking something you normally do without thinking and doing it differently. Work it. To prepare them for using their frontal lobes in the next challenge, my brainees are gonna need some training.
Room of mental nourishment.
The room of mental nourishment is where our young hopefuls will train their brains to help them progress to the next levels of the dojo. The more seriously they take their training, the better chance they'll have of rising to the challenges that lie ahead. And in level 2, that challenge is all about getting their brains to think in a new way.
Brain training. Take it in turns to call out the action on your cards. Everyone has to do it the opposite.
Right knee up. Look at ceiling.
Both palms up. Shut left eye.
I can't do that.
That's a terrible excuse, Bethany.
Look sad.
Check out Cameron's cheeky grin.
Touch right ear.
This training makes our brainees work their frontal lobes, as they have to really think about something they would normally do without thinking at all.
Get down!
So that's Brainy Bethany out.
Touch left shoulder. Hey, you waited! Get down!
Waiting is cheating, cheeky Cameron.
Spin around clockwise.
Lauren!
And Lawrence spun clockwise when he should have spun anti-clockwise. With 3 brainees down, it's time for a training tip.
Tip: don't rush. Pause for 2 seconds to think before you react.
If you want to work your frontal lobes at home, why not try this exercise with your mates or your brothers and sisters? It's great fun and it'll help improve your all-round focus. Wrong knee up means you must sit down, Robert.
Rub stomach clockwise. Lawrence!
Again, Lawrence, and with the same mistake, here's a little lesson just for you. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. Get it? Now that's been cleared up, what did our brainees think of the training?
The tip of waiting a couple of seconds was helpful because for things like anti-clockwise and clockwise you had to make sure you did it the right way.
Based on the training, I think Lawrence will be eliminated.
It's the practice, not the real thing. I'll prove you wrong in the real thing.
Cameron and Lawrence both struggled in the training, but will Lawrence prove cheeky Cameron wrong and make it through the next level? Or will Cameron's prediction come true? And can Brainy Bethany make it 2 wins in a row? There's only one way to find out, as our 7 now put their frontal lobe training to the test. Guardian of the dojo and task adjudicator the Shihan will now demonstrate the level 2 challenge.
Confusing color challenge.
Brainees will take turn to stand in middle of confusing color challenge mat. Shihan then flip through 15 cards. On each card is name of color, ignoring actual word and focusing only on color that word is written in. Brainees must then jump with both feet onto matching circle. So, if see this, must jump on blue. Brainy will need to be on ball because Shihan will be turning over cards at fair old lick. Player with least number of correct color matches will be eliminated. My brainy tip for this task is to focus the mind on just one letter and not the whole word. What's important here is not the word, but the colour that it's written in. Looking calm, our level 1 winner Brainy Bethany takes to the mat.
Bethany may be heavy in brain power, but she's light on her feet. The pace is fast, but she's keeping up no problem and no mistakes so far. Don't forget that our brainees have to see the colour, not the word, so that's red. And that's yellow. Bethany has clearly remembered her training. That was a near perfect round and fast too. Oh, that should have been orange, James. And that was blue. James did well in the training and it looks like he's remembered the tip because now he's on a roll. A few penalties there, but he did pretty well. Lawrence struggled with his clockwise and anti-clockwise in the training, but he seems to be having no problems making his way around this coloured dial. Cameron picked out Lawrence as the loser for this level. Lawrence said he'd prove him wrong, and it looks like he has because that was an excellent run. Can Cameron hold his own? Cheeky Cameron struggled a little in the training and he's struggling here too. He's finished, but has he beat his rival Lawrence? Robert makes a few mistakes but also makes up a few of his own special dance moves along the way. Paminda gets a near perfect score. And Emma also does well. But as the gong sounds for the last time, which of our brainees are going home? Perfect Paminda came in first place with 15 matches. Bethany, Emma and Lawrence came joint second with 14 colour matches. What will Cameron say to that, Lawrence? Robert came third with 13 colour matches. But with 12 colour matches, it's James and Cameron who are joint fourth and have to battle it out for the last orange brain belt in the...
Tie-break chopstick challenge!
It's tough but fair. Our brainees have just 5 seconds to engage their occipital lobes, the seeing part of the brain, and quickly work out how many chopsticks they think they see. Time to reveal our brainees' answers.
50. 32.
The actual number is... Ho-ho! So, Cameron's answer of 32 was furthest from the correct number of 82 chopsticks. But he's still got a cheeky smile as he leaves the dojo for good.
Walk of eternal regret.
That task required concentration and mental and physical ability, but I just kind of lost my concentration and I went up for the task. I think Lawrence might win because he got a pretty high score on that game.
So with 5 levels to go, Bethany, James, Lawrence, Robert, Paminda and Emma have won their orange.
When the tie-break happened, I was really nervous and I was just trying to get through so then I could move on to the next round.
I'm so happy I got first place in this round because in the last round I didn't do very well, but I've sharpened up now.
Brain-Jitsu! Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? It's the 1870s, and a geezer called Alexander Graham Bell goes and invents the old dog and bone, or telephone, so you and I can gossip, gas and natter to people all over the world. Telephone-tastic. Hello? Mum, I'm on the telly. I'll call you back. Where was I? Oh yeah, phones. Off to Finland. Every year, a load of Finns and folk from all over the world take part in the Mobile Phone Throwing World Championships. Why? Well, to see how far they can throw them, of course. Right, got to ring the old dear back. Brainy Alexander Graham Bell. Not so brainy, phone flingers in Finland.
Brain-Jitsu!
Pressure in Brain-Jitsu Dojo rising. Now, just 6 young hopeful remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Brainy Bethany, first to enter dojo. James.
When the tie-break happened, I was really nervous and I was just trying to get through so then I could move on to the next round.
Robot placed midway both rounds. Emma nearly went out in first round, but confidence improved and came second in confusing color challenge.
coming seconds, like giving me more confidence.
Lawrence, whose rivalry with Cameron ended when he is knocked out in last round. And perfect Paminda.
I'm so happy I got first place in this round because in the last round I didn't do very well, but I've sharpened up now.
Challenge is about to get even tougher. Only 2 brainy will make final test. Table of Supreme Focus. Where must move ball with power of mind for chance to win Brain-Jitsu Black Pen Belt. Is a time for level 3. Result.
Now, we all like to chat, but did you know that using words to communicate is one of the main reasons why our brains have grown so incredibly powerful? And that having a conversation exercises both halves of the brain. Allow me to explain. Think of it like a policeman guiding traffic. While the drivers are focused on their own individual journeys, the policeman, he has to control all the cars and where they're going. It's the same with the brain. There's the left half, which deals with the details, and there's the right half, which looks at the overall picture. This next level of training strengthens my brainie's focus by working one half of their brain under pressure. Hey, pump it up!
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our second visit to the room of mental nourishment. Brainies have a choice as to whether they take part or not, but any extra training they do will help them with the next challenge. For level 3, it's communication training.
Brain training. Each pin a body part onto the sumo wrestler. Another brainee must direct the blindfolded brainee using only 3 instructions.
So Brainy Bethany gives James a spin before instructing him where to stick the sumo's teeth.
Go forward.
The guider is using the right side of their brain to give instructions, and the blindfolded brainee is using the left side of their brain to listen and interpret those instructions.
Get on.
You've made a bit of a boob there, Bethany.
Step forward 1, big step. Reach up. Push forward and stick.
Confident Emma's clear instructions have paid off. Paminda hasn't done too well as the guider. Will Lawrence fare better?
Move a step forward. Pull it down a bit. Pull it to the right and stick. Stick.
Not bad, but wait. The group think there's something afoot.
That was 4 instructions.
That looks stupid.
Oh, training tip time.
Tip. Use short, clear instructions. Imagine yourself hearing them. Let's try it. Take a step forward. Down a teeny bit. Stick.
Robert did well there. He really thought before he spoke, and it paid off.
Very good instructions. Thank you. Take 1 big step forward. Move it up a bit.
That sumo's body parts are in more of a pickle than Japanese gherkins. But how did our brainies think they did?
I think it was slightly Beth's fault that I went wrong.
Well, I tried to get it near to it, but since you were facing it diagonal, I had to use up one of the moves, so yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I think we did probably the best because you followed my instructions really well and you're at a good angle to start with. For the task, I'm hoping to go with Lawrence because we did do really well in that.
So, Lawrence and Robert made a good team, but will they be together in the next challenge? James blamed Beth for the teeth on pecs incident. Can she do better at the real thing? And will confident Emma remember her training and do well in the dojo? Time to find out as our 6 now put their communication training to the test.
Hands through number 2.
This level tests how well our brainies can communicate. So, our 6 need to be in teams of 2. The chopsticks will decide the pairs. So, there's Emma and James, Lawrence and Paminda, and Robert and Bethany. But who'll use their training the best to get the green?
Quickly as possible, teams must punch 6 buckets containing number that go to make sum. Pairs must decide who is guider, who is puncher. Puncher is blindfold and relying on guider to help find bucket. When all 6 bucket punched, Brainy stop clock by shouting Brain-Jitsu. Quicker they punch bucket, more time they have to pick up number and make sum. When Brainy happy with answer, hit gong. First 2 team to work out correct answer get green belt and advance to next level. One Brainy from losing team will be eliminated.
The key to success here is for the guider to use the right side of their brain to follow their teammates' progress and give them clear instructions. For their partner, it's vital they use the left side of their brain to focus on these instructions and nothing else.
Step forward.
First to put their communication training to the test are Emma and James.
Punch. Step forward.
Confident Emma did well as the guider in the training, and she's doing well here too.
Take a tiny step forward. Punch.
The right talking side of Emma's brain is working well, as her instructions are very clear and precise.
Punch. Turn your body half a circle. Take a tiny step left. Punch. Step forward. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
They've finished with a time of 1:57. Now Lawrence and Perfect Paminda.
Take a step forward.
Lawrence listened well when he was paired with Robert, and he seems to be using the left side of his brain effectively here too, as they're storming through the first barrels.
Forward. Take a tiny step left. Punch. Take a step left. Punch. Forwards. Punch.
Perfect Paminda is staying calm. Her instructions are as clear as a cloudless Tokyo sky.
Punch. Little bit more left. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
They're finished, and with a time of 1 minute 18 seconds, they're in the lead so far. Now Robert and Brainy Bethany.
Normal step forward. Punch.
Robert did very well as the guider in the training, and his clear commands are paying off here too.
Punch.
Beth wasn't great at giving instructions, but the listening left side of her brain seems to be working better as they're racing through the barrels.
Left. Punch. Forward. Punch. Teeny bit forward. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
They've finished already, and with a fantastic 48 seconds, they are first to collect their numbers. Here are the numbers our brainies are looking for. See if you can work out the sum. Lawrence and Paminda were second to collect their numbers, but they've finished their sum first. Emma and James have finished too, but Robert and Bethany are really struggling with the answer. They were first to get the numbers, but they've only just gonged. 5 times 2 plus 20 equals 30. Correct. But as the other teams have got their sums right and in a faster time, Robert and Bethany must go face to face in the...
Stare off.
With just 1 green belt up for grabs, both brainies must use all their powers of focus to fight the urge to blink. The first to falter will be eliminated. This is one of the longest stare-offs Brain-Jitsu has ever seen. Oh, the blink was as clear as the look of disappointment on Robert's face. He's gutted, because Beth's in and Robert is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
It went wrong because there were 6 buckets and we hit them all really quick, but we thought there'd be 6 numbers. So we were searching around for most of the time trying to find 6 rather than 5. Never mind. I think Emma might win the black belt because she's been a strong contester all the way through.
So, with 4 levels left, it's green brain belts for Bethany, James, Lawrence, Paminda and Emma.
I think it was very good to be with Paminda because she gave me clear instructions to exactly what to do.
I was quite nervous about the stare-off because I heard that Robert practices with his brother at home. I was quite lucky that he blinked.
Brain-Jitsu.
4. Blue Bolt!
This fourth level requires our brainees to master a primitive part of the brain called the amygdala, the area that responds to threat. Remember the last time you felt afraid or panicky? Perhaps you're on a ghost train at a fairground. Well, that feeling was triggered by the old amygdala. Stress can make you lose focus. Fact. Which is why my brainees must train to keep their emotions under control.
The room of mental nourishment.
We're back in the room of mental nourishment, and it's time for our 5 green belt holders to focus on overcoming their fear.
Brain training. Form a circle. Pass a disgusting drink around the circle, only passing it on when you have said a different word ending in the letter D. After 1 minute, the brainy holding the drink has to drink it.
I'll go first.
Today's disgusting drink, vintage cod liver oil, my favourite.
Sand.
Succeed.
And
World.
Lawrence, try and override your amygdala. Focus on the word, not the cod liver oil.
Round.
pound.
Pounded.
No, that's too similar.
This is too similar.
Isn't it? No.
Let's have a vote.
Okay.
That was technically him.
The gong means a minute is up, but Bethany isn't happy.
Didn't I say a word and you said something similar as well? You added ED to one.
Oi, Brainy, stop arguing and just drink it.
Drink it, drink it.
That's going to be disgusting.
It's actually not that bad.
Right, training tip time.
Tip, don't fear the drink. Welcome it as your friend. I'll start the game. Stabbed.
Hesitated.
Lawrence, think of the tip. If you fear the drink, it'll cloud your focus. If you focus only on the word, you'll forget about the drink and you won't have to drink it. Lawrence can't even take his eyes off it.
United.
Mud.
If you practice this technique at home, it'll allow you to keep your emotions under control, stop you from panicking, and help you focus better in situations like exams. It seemed inevitable, Lawrence. Now, bottoms up.
You've got to drink it now.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Funny.
Oh, nah.
It's not that bad.
Bethany took it like a man, Lawrence. Don't be shown up by a girl.
Have a biscuit.
The first time I paused, I meant it because I knew if I'd done it long enough, then it wouldn't have come to me. But I don't think I'd done it long enough. And the second time, I just got lost. But then as soon as I drank it, I realised that I had one. Cod.
Yeah, I'm quite glad that Lawrence had to drink in the end because he sort of got what he deserved because my word was a real word.
So, Beth and Lawrence had to drink. Beth said it helped to get over her fear. Can she use the training for the next challenge? Lawrence said he was pausing on purpose, but it backfired. But is he trying to save face? And how will all our brainies react when they see the creepy crawlies in the next fear-filled challenge?
Creepy crawly word grab.
This level, real test of mind over matter for brainees, and will push them to really overcome their fear. Underneath the creepy crawlies lie an assortment of letters worth different points. Brainees have just 1 minute to plunge hands into tank and pick out up to 7 letters each. They then have a further minute to make higher scoring word they can.
To do well, my brainies must block out the signals coming from their amygdala and ignore the creepy crawlies. The quicker they combat their fear, the more time they'll have to pick out the high-scoring letters. Brainies should dig deep because underneath that pile of mealworms are an extra 5 golden letters. If they manage to use one in their word, they'll double their score. Lawrence and Bethany both had to drink in the training, but all 5 of our brainies are getting stuck in. They all seem very calm, and they're all overriding their amygdalas well. The mealworms may as well not be there. The minute's up. Our brainies now have a further minute to make the highest scoring word they can from their letters. See if you can make a word from the anagram that's on the screen now. So, how have our green belt holders fared?
Pies.
6 points for Brainy Bethany.
Like.
Liking your style, James. 8 points.
So.
A good word, but just 4 points for Lawrence.
Bait.
That golden letter gives Perfect Paminda an excellent 10 points. Lawrence's place in the dojo all hangs on Emma's score.
Pay.
8 points puts pay to Lawrence's dream of the black belt. It's 3 wins in a row for Perfect Paminda, but Emma is in and Lawrence is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I'm gutted to be out of Brain-Jitsu, but I'm very pleased to get as far as I have done, because all the competitors were very hard to beat. I think James is going to win because he's very quick with his mind.
So with only 3 levels to go, Bethany, James, Paminda and Emma proudly wear their blue brain belts.
I think the training helped me a lot because it made me less scared of things I didn't like, and I managed to get a good word with lots of points.
I'm so relieved to be through because now I'm in the last 4 and that's past where my goal was to get, so I'm really proud of myself.
Brain-Jitsu. Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? Mount Everest, what a beauty! Now these 2 geezers, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, was the first to climb it. In the ultimate test of mind over matter, not only did they conquer a blooming great mountain, but they also had to battle against snow, ice and temperatures that would freeze your thermals off. Mount-tastic! Now, take a look at this lot. They don't climb steep slopes, they prefer to roll down them. And for what? A blooming bit of cheese, that's what. Damn, that's Gouda hurt. Brainy, Hillary and Tenzing. Not so brainy, cheese-rolling chumps.
Brain-Jitsu.
Oh, tension in Brain-Jitsu Dojo mounting. Now just 4 young hopefuls remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Brainy Bethany, yet to match brilliant performance from first round. Modest James, slowly and steadily making it to top. Perfect Paminda, who win 3 challenges in row. And confident Emma. Only 2 Brainy will make final test. Table of supreme focus, where must move ball with power of mind. Brain-Jitsu black brain belt is within their grasp. Is the time for level 5, red belt.
If you're learning how to Morris dance, then you might be interested to know that your new hobby is doing wonders for your old grey matter. Exercising both the thinking part of the brain, the cerebrum, and the doing part, the cerebellum. You see, doing new things increases the flow of blood into your head, which keeps your brain cells topped up with the oxygen they need to perform at their best. So, in level 5, my brainies are going to be challenged to learn new skills. Now, you can speed up how quickly the brain takes in new stuff. And this is what our brainies are going to train for now.
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our brainies' 4th visit to the room of mental nourishment, and for this training exercise they're going to be really working their brains by learning something new.
Brain training. Spin the drumstick between your fingers for as long as possible.
This training flexes both the doing and the thinking part of the brain. Our brainies need mental concentration to master a physical skill.
Hey guys, it's quite hard, but you get the hang of it after a while.
Paminda, you're not really doing it properly.
It's annoying when you keep dropping it, but it's okay after a while.
Don't get annoyed, Paminda. Getting frustrated will only make it harder.
It's quite easy once you've got the hang of it. It's just harder to get faster.
I think James might think I'm throwing mine at his, because it seems to keep on ending up over there.
To stop confident Emma throwing her stick James's way, here's a training tip.
Tip: be confident in yourself. Look into the mirror and tell yourself you can do it.
I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm going to win the next task. I just know I am.
I can do this if I stay confident and concentrate.
All I've got to do is try my best and concentrate and get through the next task.
Come on, girl, let's do it.
I can't do better than that.
Obviously you can't. I'm the best.
Boosting your confidence really can help if you're learning something new. If you stay positive, tell yourself you can do it, you're much more likely to succeed at your new skill.
My confidence wasn't that good before, but now I've won a few tasks. I think my confidence has really grown, and this training has helped me a lot.
I think the girls are getting too overconfident, and it's good to be confident in yourself, but when you get too confident, you just stop trying.
I don't stop trying because I'm not that sort of girl. You shouldn't think that about me, James.
So, Modest James thinks the girls are overconfident. Will he be proved right? Or will perfect Paminda make it 4 wins in a row and eliminate James to leave one of the girls to take the black? Only time will tell as our 4 now put their skills training to the test.
Speedy tricky steery.
To win red belt, Brainy must use confidence training to help learn new skill. Racing against clock, they must steer car around obstacle course. But this Brain-Jitsu, so controls in reverse. To go right, must steer left, and to go forward, must steer backward. With time penalty lurking along course, Brainies will need to remember training, stay positive, and get hang of tricky controls as quickly as possible.
The tip for my Brainies in this next task is to remain calm and think positive thoughts. Giving in to frustration will only lessen their focus and slow them up. Brainy Bethany on top form as she races round the first corner. But crashing into the wall isn't good. Bethany fared fine in the training, but she seems to be struggling a little here with the reverse controls. Beth seems to have taken a shine to that pink rod. At least she's remembering her training. She's staying calmer than a meditating martial arts expert. Getting frustrated now would be a disaster. No bonus ball for Beth, but was it fast enough to get the red? Now James. Modest James has had a slow and steady approach to all the challenges, and it's paying off here. The seesaw and the slalom are like a Sunday drive in the Tokyo countryside. He may not have got the bonus ball, but that was a good run for sure. Perfect Paminda next. She's got 3 wins in a row under her blue belt. Can she make it 4? It's a speedy start for Paminda. But now it looks like she's stuck faster than sushi in cement. Paminda got frustrated with her drumstick training, and she's doing the same thing here. What have those posts ever done to you, Paminda? You're making more of a mess than a sumo eating spaghetti with chopsticks. She's finally finished, but with no bonus ball, was it fast enough to get the red? Modest James told Paminda and Emma that they were overconfident in the training, but the opposite seems to be true here as Emma nervously makes her way around the course. But now Emma's speeding faster than a bullet train. Ooh, she's stuck on the post, but will she get frustrated like Perminder? Confident Emma has remembered her training and is staying calmer than a Zen garden on a cloudless day. And she's even managed to get the bonus ball. What a girl. But which of our brainees has found this a brain challenge too far? Bethany, 4 minutes and 25 seconds with 3 penalties and no bonus goal. So that's 4 minutes, 41 in total. With no penalties but no bonus goal, James's time is an excellent 1 minute 53 seconds. With a time of 5 minutes 13 seconds, 2 penalties and no bonus goal, Perminder's total is 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Perfect Perminder's place in the dojo all hangs on confident Emma's score. She got 2 penalties, but got the bonus goal, giving Emma a grand total of 5 minutes and 4 seconds. She's in, and Perfect Perminder is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
Well, I hope to get in the final 3 because I won quite a few of the challenges. I feel quite disappointed because I would have liked to get a bit further. I think that either Bethany or James will win the black belt.
So with only 2 levels left, Bethany, James and Emma stand proud in red.
My tactic of being concentrated and focused has helped me in this task. Now I've got so far, I just got to try and go for the black belt and win.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 6, roll bolt!
It's this level which will decide which 2 of my remaining brainees will go on to battle it out
For the black belt.
Imagine you're about to kick a conversion in an important rugby match. As well as remembering your technique, there might be a strong wind blowing. Plus, there's a big crowd watching you. It's remembering stuff like this under pressure that level 6 is all about. It centres around 3 areas of the brain. The seeing part, the occipital lobes, the memory part, the temporal lobes, and the movement part, the cerebellum. To the max.
Room of mental nourishment.
With only 3 brainees remaining, this penultimate brain training challenge is all about memory.
Brain training. Memorise the sequence of objects.
So, in this task, our 3 remaining red belt holders are exercising their occipital lobes, or seeing part of their brain, and their temporal lobes, the memory bank. They've all gone quieter than a Japanese mouse, but has the silence worked?
There's a crocodile, a rat, a fly swatter, some scissors. I give up.
Not very impressive, James. Can confident Emma fare better?
A crocodile, a rat, a fly swatter, a shovel, a frog, a hammer thing, a fried egg, an Eiffel Tower.
You're missing a few out.
Emma's temporal lobe's not firing on all cylinders either. Can brainy Bethany steam through them?
A crocodile, a rat, a fly swatter, some scissors, a frog, a hammer, a fried egg, a chicken, a gnome, and the Eiffel Tower, a toilet.
That was pretty good.
So, Beth's done pretty well. But let's see if the training tip can help the other 2.
Tip. Create a story linking the objects together. There was a crocodile who met a mouse on one of his journeys out. The rat was scared of him, so he got his fly swatter and hit him on the head.
Then the hammer, as well as knocking the animals, it knocked off an egg which made it fried.
Memory tests like this are a great way of training your brain. Next time you're out shopping, create a story out of your list and see if you can remember everything on it.
His giant ogre hand to ring the bell, and the snake.
But has the funny story tickled their temporal lobes into working better?
There's a crocodile, a rat, a fly swatter, some scissors, a frog, a hammer,
James may not be saying the story out loud, but it's obviously helped him remember the order.
A toilet, some bananas, the big ogre hand, a bell, a snake, poison, and a roast chicken.
That was amazing. Did the story help?
Yeah, quite a lot.
So, James excelled in the memory training, even though he was as modest as usual about his great performance. Confident Emma was suitably impressed. But which brainee will use the tip to help them with the next challenge? And which of our two red brain belt holders will be fighting it out on the table of supreme focus?
Super Memory Dizzy Dash.
Brainy is spin around on dizzy wheel, total of 10 times, while using all power of focus to memorize 5 images in front of them. Then must race against clock to cross balancing beam and collect 5 images they have not seen from the 10 hanging above them. Then must arrange in alphabetical order. When Brainy happy with selection, hit the gong to stop clock.
My tip for the Brainies is to keep focused on the main objective and use their training to link the 5 images together. So, our final 3 brave the wheel to compete for their brown brain belts and for a chance to triumph over the table of supreme focus. Time to spin. Will their training help our Brainies ignore the effects of the wheel and memorise the images? The order they're looking for is at the bottom of the screen now. First up is Brainy Bethany, and she's on top form as she chooses the images straight away. Don't forget, not only are the Brainies under pressure as they race against the clock, but they also have to fight the dizziness to collect the 5 images they did not see on the wheel from the 10 hanging above them. So these are the images they saw on the wheel, and these are the images they must collect. Then they have to arrange those images in alphabetical order. Every image they get wrong means a 5-second penalty. The Brainy with the slowest time will be eliminated from the dojo. Beth did pretty well in the training, and she's had a steady run here too. Ear, piano, spider, strawberry, sun. Full marks. Now for James. Modest James did brilliantly in the training, and it seems he's using what he's learned here too, as he's racing through faster than a jet-propelled ninja. Don't forget that this challenge decides which of our 2 Brainies will go through to the final round, the table of supreme focus.
Spider, a strawberry.
Very fast with the order, and he's got a full house. Now confident Emma. The spinning seems to have affected Emma's balance more than the other 2, and possibly her memory as well, as she's taking her time choosing the images. Emma wasn't as strong in the training as her opponents, but she seems to have got the right images. Now, she just needs the right order. Confident Emma's almost taking longer to decide the order than it takes to walk from Osaka to Kyoto. She must remember she's racing against the clock. She's finally finished, but was it fast enough to get her the brown brain belt? Time for the results. Bethany, 1 minute 27 seconds and no penalties, a good run. James, 1 minute 43 seconds and no penalties, 100% record for both Brainies. James's place in the dojo all hangs on Emma's time. 1 minute 44 seconds with no penalties. There's just 1 second in it, but modest James is in and confident Emma is out.
Walk of Eternal Regret.
I'm a bit disappointed, but I'm very pleased with myself. If I were to do it again, I would try and think more of the pictures up there and less on the spinning part.
So with only 1 level to go, it leaves just Brainy Bethany and modest James to wear the brown brain belts in preparation for the final.
Oh, I'm really happy that I got through to the final. I'm just going to really give it my all and try to win it.
Just for me to be here, I'm just really happy.
Brain-Jitsu!
8 young hopeful arrived at Brain Training Dojo to fight for Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. As challenges get tougher, Brainees get fewer. Some lost their cool. Others just lost out. One by one, they have been eliminated. Now just 2 remain. Brainy Bethany
I'm just really amazed that I'm here in the final 2.
and Modest James.
I reckon Bethany will win it. Or if it's anything to do with things like the last couple of rounds, she will beat me.
But who will use brain training to the max to win final challenge? Level 7, Black Belt!
So, this is it. Between my 2 remaining Brainies and the Black Belt stands Brain-Jitsu's ultimate challenge. A mental duel that is head-to-head in every sense. The battlefield? A table. But not just any table. For this, my friends, is the table of supreme focus, where our 2 Brainies will attempt to move a ball across the table using only the power of their mind. By getting this far, they've already demonstrated mental control under many different types of pressure. But now, they must learn to focus their minds by entering a state of total calm. To prepare them, my 2 finalists will need to get into the zone.
Room of mental nourishment.
We welcome Brainy Bethany and Modest James, our 2 brown brain belt holders, to the final room of mental nourishment. For this task, our Brainies must bring together all their training to achieve ultimate focus.
Brain training. Mentally prepare yourself for the final task. Don't let the sounds put you off.
So, our 2 finalists have to block out the noises and focus only on finding their inner calm and concentration.
Oh, that reminds me of when you have to go to the dentist and you have to have teeth taken out and they have to drill your teeth before they can take them out.
That sounds disgusting.
Does that put you off the final task?
Not really, no.
Yeah, nice try, James, but here's a training tip.
Tip. Tense and then release individual parts of your body from head to toe.
My strength is concentration task because I can stay concentrated quite well.
Now I've got so far, I just got to try and go for the black belt and win.
I think the tip did help me because instead of thinking about the noise, I was thinking about releasing parts of my body, and it made it easier and just easier to focus.
I think you'll probably win the final task.
I think you're more confident in yourself and you've done really well in all the tasks so far, so I think you might win.
So, both Brainies think the other is going to win. But who's really going to take the title and who's going to fall at the final hurdle? Let's find out.
Table of supreme focus.
Rules are simple. Each brainy must push ball to the opponent's end of table using only power of mind. Sensors in Brainy's headbands measure brainwaves. This is converted into electrical signal, which moves ball. More focused mind, stronger signal, and faster ball will travel. See how Brainies are doing on this readout. 2 lines represent each player's brainwaves. Lower the line, more concentrated their mind.
To make sure this is the test of all tests, our Brainies must win the best of 3 rounds. So, this is the big one. Our 2 finalists must use all their brain training to enter their zone of absolute focus. This is the reason they came to the dojo. This is the moment they've been training for. The Shihan starts them off and the mind races on. Modest James is the first to move the ball. You can see his black line is straight and low. The ball isn't moving quickly, but it's making steady progress towards his opponent's end. Bethany's green straight brainwave line is also showing a very focused mind. Can she harness all her brain training to dip her line below James's black and gain control of the ball? Ooh, so it's round 1 to Modest James. Can Brainy Bethany find her focus in the second round to even the score? Oh hey, Bethany put up a bit of a fight there, but now James has regained control of his low black brainwave line. Looks like he's on the home straight. Well, that's it. It's all over. Modest James has come up trumps. He used his training to the max to prove himself a true master of the mind and worthy winner of the black belt of Brain-Jitsu.
I was just blocking everything out and just concentrating completely on the ball moving and just nothing else.
Glory for one brings disappointment for another. She fought valiantly, but now Bethany must leave the dojo.
Walk of eternal regret.
I'm feeling very proud of myself for getting into the final two. When I was doing the table of supreme focus, I was just trying to relax myself and sort of blank my mind, but he seemed to be doing it like stronger than me, so he won.
So, Brainy Bethany just lost out at the end, but it's a triumph for Modest James. Bethany and James had been pretty equally matched throughout their training, but James managed to master his mind when it mattered the most. He beat Bethany 2 rounds to 0 and grabbed the coveted black brain belt of Brain-Jitsu.
I'm just really, really happy that I won the black belt and I'm really, really proud of myself. If I could summarise how I feel in about 3 words, it'd probably be over the moon.
Our journey has come to an end. Another brainy has proven themselves worthy to wear the Brain-Jitsu black belt. But while Brain-Jitsu might represent the most extreme form of brain training, its philosophy can be shared by all. Each and every one of you has it in your power to grow your mind. All it takes is dedication and practice. This has been
Brain-Jitsu.
Someone new is coming to CBBC. Here's his very ordinary parents.
Roy's just like any other 11-year-old boy, you know.
His very ordinary sister and his very ordinary friends.
Go on, Roy.
But there's something not so ordinary about Roy. He's a
cartoon.
What's my mum gonna say?
A docudrama-y cartoon-imentary. Roy starts Wednesday at 4:30 on the CBBC channel.
I'm Joel and I hate graffiti. I hate graffiti because it affects loads of people around this community. I think it makes the place look worse. This is my friend Hemel and he feels the same way I do.
I think graffiti is bad because it messes up the streets and it takes a lot of money to clean it up.
Usually it's used in a bad way, like put onto walls, pavements and onto property of council. It gets out of control with like words that are not very appropriate. This is my brother Rohan and he feels the same way I do about graffiti.
I hate graffiti because it makes our area look bad.
Near our house, the bus stop has been vandalised by breaking windows. Everything was thrown on the floor. The graffiti been put onto the chairs. When I see it in the morning, it makes me feel sad. The graffiti is done mostly by teenagers. I think they do it because they're bored and they don't have nothing else good to do.
It disturbs people and it makes them feel uncomfortable in the area.
It affects the neighbours because they live right next to a wall which is covered in graffiti.
I want to stop it and make people think about what they're doing and ask them why are they doing it. This is my broom and I clean the graffiti with it.
I think there should be a special place for graffiti called a graffiti art gallery.
I think the council should take more action.
People can see it if they want to, not because they have to.
I think the people who graffiti should be punished. This is how you clean graffiti up. I am Joe Hart and that's what I think about graffiti.
Super Summer gets even hotter with the CBBC Superstars.
What? Surprise! Let's get this party started.
Run! Have a superstar summer, all this week with CBBC.
This is as close as we get to a genuine dinosaur.
Imagine you're watching telly, you're really getting into a brilliant show, and suddenly you remember you're supposed to be at football like 10 minutes ago. Nightmare! Well, don't worry, you don't have to miss out. Go to our website and click on CBBC iPlayer. You'll find all the CBBC programmes from the last 7 days, right there on your computer. So you can watch the stuff you love at the time that suits you. CBBC iPlayer puts you in control.